Welcome to Chatter Hoochee. I'm Matt.
And I'm George. We are hanging on by a thread after C2C, and this is your debrief.
But for me, it's pure tiredness. For you, it's probably that, but also your voice. Like people. Just tell people, are you okay?
I am well. I am absolutely fine. I just lost my mind a little bit at Dirk Bentley. It
And
was
your voice.
like it was like an awakening. It was I can't explain it. I've never screamed a song so loud in my whole life. Honestly, I thought I was going to pop a vessel in my eyeballs. Drunk on a plane. I'll die a happy woman now. That's it. Job done.
It sounds like you popped vocal cords as well. I mean, I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad you had a good time. Well, obviously, when I saw you Sunday morning, I was you weren't as bad as this, mate.
Yeah, well then obviously Sunday, Nate Smith, Shabuzi, did a lot of interviews on Sunday, did a lot of talking, um, and then a lot of singing, and just like continued to scream and shout,
Yeah.
which I probably shouldn't have done, but whatever. I was like, this sounds like a problem for Monday me.
Yeah, it's a Monday problem. And hey, look, C2C only happens once a year, right? And then until the next festival comes round, then you can worry about losing your voice again at that point.
Exactly.
So no, I'm glad you had a good time. But by the way, just to give some context, we are recording this the Monday, the day after C2C has ended.
Yeah.
And are we all feeling the blues? And I say are we all? Producer Mia is here, but gee, are we feeling the blues? Because I feel like every festival, every gig is really hitting at the moment.
Yeah, it's been such a come down today from it. Like packing up my suitcase, trudging through London. Like, oh, I'm back at home now. Job, go back to work tomorrow. You went to work
Yeah.
today, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, literally straight after Kojo, raced down the M3 responsibly, and yeah, straight into work. I think I went to sleep about half one. I was just, as I do, scheduling some social posts, and and yeah, got up at half six, seven, and then went to work, which was horrendous, to be honest. It's not what I want to be doing.
No,
Don't want to be doing that. But that's
no,
another story for another day. But
one bit.
it was a great weekend. You were obviously at all 3 days.
Yes.
So
Well, I started a day early as well. I
you
went
did.
down for the Apple Music Songwriters Round in Covent Garden. I was
Yes.
invited down to that, which was great. That
Yes.
was Gareth, Kezia, Cassius Culpepper, and Max McNown.
Yes.
Um, what a bloody brilliant, brilliant evening. And you know what? Cassius Culpepper has actually been such a like a I don't know what's the words? I can't think of words, but like a real surprise this weekend. I was gonna say like rough diamond, but that's not what I mean.
I
I
know what
mean
you
like
mean.
just like a little hidden gem of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
CC. His vocals are so smooth.
Mm, mm.
He's very like Leon Bridges. I think he's actually going out on tour with Leon Bridges. But just yeah, wasn't on my radar. Like I like some of his tracks, but wasn't on my radar to kind of make an effort to go and see this weekend.
Mm.
Um, but that was a mistake because he is phenomenal.
Yeah. He did the spotlight stage as well, and I think he's one of those people that I feel like you could just close your eyes
Yeah,
and just listen, right?
he's velvet. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so good.
And he's so like unassuming, like he's so just
Mm.
chill. Like we interviewed him and he was just like so relaxed and you just felt really easy being around him.
Mm, yeah, that's what you want. That's what
Yeah.
you want. And they're all here for a good time, right? There's no need to be all, not that they are, but you know what I mean.
Do you
Um,
know, no one, I don't think anyone was.
no, no. It was. We always say it's about country, but it is like no other. I
Yeah.
think. You do get that. But okay, let's do it. Top three. Who are your favourites from the weekend? That's probably the easiest thing to do, isn't it? And then we can delve into it. Who are we saying?
Top three, what performances?
Yeah.
I don't know what the question would be otherwise.
Of
Top three performances. Wyatt Flores,
course.
obsessed. Sprinted through to get to. I think I missed the first like verse of his first song,
Yeah.
but legged it to get there. Nate Smith,
Mm,
Nate
mm.
Smith. I mean, Lainey popped off. Like Lainey was brilliant, but I have seen a Lainey show before,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was absolutely everything you would expect from a Lainey Wilson show.
Mm.
Um, I'm gonna say it's hard. It's hard, like being in the arena for Bar Song Tipsy with Shabuzi, because I was side stage for that.
I saw you.
Did you see me?
Yeah, I was like, that's G.
Is
I
that
was like,
me?
I'm pretty sure that's G. And she was like, is it? I was like, yeah, that's G.
Yeah, yeah, we were side stage for that, which I was like, what? Who am I? What is my life? How have I done this? So that was cool. But honestly, Dirks Bentley, it's such a good time. That was such a party, and is the reason I am how I am now. Mm.
One thing I wanted to say, like Nate Smith, like I've not forgotten, but he's so many bangers, like as well. And he's a brave man to be the man who decided to come straight into the crowd and just sing, and I just freaking loved it.
I know. And because when he came off the stage and went down, I thought he was just going to do like a lap around the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like the floor aisles, but he went like full in.
yeah. But it like sort of separated like really easily, didn't it? Because like we had the top view because we were at the top level for this, and it just kind of it looked quite seamless. But
Yeah, I don't know. We couldn't see. We were just watching from the screens.
I don't get how he could be singing there all seriously, and he's got people like posing with him, trying to take selfies. He's got cameras in the faces. He's also trying to sign something, but he's also still like just singing like really meaningfully. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously these artists know how to sing meaningfully, but like how do they do it when they've got all of that chaos going on? But I guess he kind of invited it on
I
to
mean, he did
himself.
it to himself, yeah.
He did to himself,
But what a guy.
and
He also gave a very empowering speech.
he did. He did. I mean, there was a lot. There was quite a few to be fair. I felt like but his whole story is great. I mean,
Yeah.
like that is a dream to leave your home that's burning, wildfires a lot, and leave in a Honda Civic. Other cars are available, and to go to Nashville with what $14 in his bank
Yeah,
account
$14 in his bank account.
and have and then get a record deal like 2 weeks. Like it just what?
Yeah, fortuitous. Do you know what? I feel like I've only got $14 in my bank account because I bought new boots.
Stop it!
Yeah,
Did you?
I don't even know why I did it.
And you bought
I've
a new
got
hat as well, by the looks of things.
no, this is old.
Is it?
Yeah, this is old.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe I'll put mine on. I feel left out.
so I'd been in like my proper boots Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I'd got my white boots, which I think are from like Boohoo or something, and they kill. Like they're so painful.
Hmm.
And I was walking around and I was like, I can't do it. I can't wear them anymore. So I had like 20 minutes before I needed to be somewhere else to like for the next interview or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna go and check out the shops. Flashed my little lanyard, was like, excuse me, can I get in here? Um, so went for a shop, saw the Casanovas. I've wanted the Casanovas for so long
Hmm.
and I wanted them in red, but saw that they had them in brown and I was like, okay, I see you. Tried them on and I was like, oh fuck. Oh
It's the perfect fit. What a shame.
yeah. Oh God. And I just saw my like dirty little shit white boots like flopped like next to the chair and I was like,
Lane,
I
you've done the
can't.
full like Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore.
What?
When Andy's like sees Woody like all broken,
Yeah,
and he's like I'm getting rid of you, and you did exactly that to your
I
boots.
did that to my boots. So I've retired them and I've put myself into debt for some
Yeah,
Harriet Casanovas, but they're stunning.
excellent. And how much did that set you back, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I mean,
Do you know what? More expensive than they'd set you back. Let me tell you that.
set
Why?
me back.
As
Oh,
in, like,
really?
if you were to buy a pair of Harriets,
I've looked. I think it's about 160.
yeah, double it.
Stop it. Double it.
Listen, right. I'd had a
I
beer.
can't relate. I can't relate, obviously, but
I'd had a beer. I'd wanted them for ages, and I was like, the brown ones will can just like go. They can be an everyday boot.
Hey, look, I'm not telling you it was a bad decision,
No, I'm
but
still just trying to justify it to
you,
myself.
like you said, you had a beer, and at that moment you thought, now's the time I need to spend £320 at least.
I did get a Yeti mug though because I'd spent so much money. Not a Yeti mug, sorry, an Ariat mug because I spent so much money. So
Too right.
there we go.
Too right. I love that. But you love them, right? And are you you it's like in Friends when Monica buys the new boots and Chandler's like, you have to wear them like all the time.
Yeah,
And then they start hurting and then she leaves them,
in a
who knows
bin.
where she leaves
Yeah.
them. But they fit all right, right? And you're gonna wear them
Oh
every single
yeah, I
day.
wore them, which is you like not recommended the first time you wear your boots for an entire day and night. But they were fine. They were like instantly better than what I'd got on my feet prior. So
Good.
there we
Good.
go. I will be eating beans on toast for the rest of the year.
But we had a good time, and C2C is over once again. So many, yeah. Avriana, right? I forgot, not forgot, but her voice is so like big,
Yeah,
and like I
a
just like
little
I'm not,
girl as well.
yeah, like she
Woman, sorry, she's a woman. She's not a little girl.
dun, 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 but like a huge voice, and I can't help but think of Olivia Rodrigo when I hear Mr. Predictable.
Really.
I just feel like that's I'm not saying she's copied. That's not what I'm trying to say. But
Excuse
bless
me,
you.
sorry.
Bless you. Hay fever's coming, guys. But that song really reminds me of Olivia Rodrigo. Like I feel like that could be an Olivia Rodrigo song. Um, but what she does with it, I just think is so great. And the way it came across on that stage on Sunday night, brilliant.
I don't know enough Olivia Rodrigo and also did not catch Adriana.
Wow.
I
There we
didn't
go.
see the Costellos or Adriana. And I can't, right, so we interviewed the Costellos and I can't, they say it, the Castellos,
The Castellos, yeah.
but I can't do it.
I say, to be fair, I've always said the Castellos,
Yeah, the Castellos, but
but
they
it's the
say
Castellos.
Castellos. But I
The
can't,
Castellos.
it doesn't feel right.
It feels like, yeah, it feels like a British thing. I think that's what it is. But as
And
you know, I'm a massive fan of the Castellos.
the
Um,
Castellos.
did see them. Thought they were great. I do. One thing I do need to bring up actually, and who did I speak to this about? Janet Devlin, because she also suffered with this issue. Um, there's clearly been an issue with airports this
Yes,
weekend.
yes.
Charlie Warsham has been affected by this. The Castellos heavily affected by this. Janet Devlin and Janet Devlin's management also heavily affected by the fact that there was several flights cancelled. The flights that did go clearly forgot to bring their own luggage, and who knows where the Castellos' luggage is right now.
Yeah, bless their hearts. Like, they were wearing their own merch on
Yeah.
stage, weren't they? Because they didn't have any clothes.
Like, just imagine that. Like, but what are they? Like, they literally said we're literally wearing what they had on their backs or whatever. Like, but I'm thinking toothbrush. I'm thinking like
Yeah,
another pair of
nothing.
shoes. Like all the usual day-to-day basics
Gone. Do you know
gone.
what? This is such a side story, but I taught in Uganda for a long time ago and took loads of like a local shop had given me like, loads of toys and things to take over with me, but my bag was packed. It was all very last minute, so I just shoved it all in my hand luggage, and then we
Mm.
got to Uganda and our bags had been left in Dubai. And everyone was
Oh
like,
God.
"Oh, yeah, I packed like some emergency stuff in my hand luggage." So everyone was using their like emergency socks and pants, and I was like, um, "I've got some tennis balls, um, some like bubbles, some coloring books. I got nothing worthwhile at all, just full of toys.
It's got to be the worst thing, right? Like, what are you meant to do in that situation? I mean, I'm sure I can't say it. How'd you say it? The Castellos.
Do you do what you
Um, it's a trip down Oxford Street, right?
what I've learned this weekend is though that they genuinely don't have 20 minutes to go down to Oxford Street. They are all slammed back to back, press all day, moving around. Like there's not 20 minutes to go to Oxford Street.
And that is true. But their set was killer. Loved it.
Yeah.
To hear like cowboy kind of love is just so good. It's just their harmonies. Like I was sat there thinking like harmonies. Like this is the definition of harmonies. It's basically what I said to myself. Like, do you know what I mean? Like just them three
Profound.
making this. I'm gonna not do it very well in justice, but making this noise that just sounds so good together. Do you know what I mean?
Making
Like
this noise.
that is what it was just great. It was just great.
Did one of them go barefoot?
I can't say. I don't know. I was too high up.
I don't know which one it is, but one of them never wears shoes on stage.
Okay,
But I can't remember which one it is.
that's dangerous. That is.
Or maybe that's something I've made up from seeing a couple of videos.
We're gonna go with it. I believe
Yeah.
you. I believe you.
Anyway, your
Um.
top three then. So Costello's, are they in the top three?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with that. Yeah, I think so. Um, I did really like Tyler Hubbard on Saturday
Yes.
night. It
Yes.
was a lot of fun. I mean, love that he did Cruise. I mean, it's
Yeah.
always a banger. I've said to Charles it's got to be on the wedding playlist. Like there's no doubt it's going to be on there. Um, but I think I said to you, didn't I? Not that I'm discriminating against either of them, but if I was to compare him to Brian Kelly's set last year, I think I'd go Tyler.
Yeah.
Um, but 5'9", dancing in the country, um, back then, right now, I'm just naming his set now, but it was good. It was great. I had a great time and just pure vibes.
Did not
Pure vibes.
disappoint.
Did not disappoint.
Did anybody disappoint?
Hmm, not really. And do you know what is like anything with these festivals, and as we know, like it's hard to sometimes get see a lot of people because obviously we're doing other stuff. But I feel like I did see people I did want to see, but I'd miss people like I'd love to have seen Mackenzie Carpenter. I would love to have seen Cassie Ashton, like all of those kind of things. Would love to see them. So I'm hoping and I'm manifesting that at some point they'll announce a tour and they come back to the UK soon. But no one really disappointed. Obviously, we've got to give a shout out to all our UK artists who did incredibly across the weekend.
Yes.
First time flyers, I missed their set in the Indigo, but caught up with them
That was
across the
early though. They
weekend.
were on like 10:30 or something. It was
But
really
it was
early.
full, right? It was full, and like people, like it was, and even there, they did a big entrance stage set, and it was slammed, like it was packed
Wow.
and like incredible, and they just couldn't believe it. They just couldn't believe it, and I'm like, come on, guys, like this is where you are now. Like 2 years on from, they was busy the first time. That was their first ever performance at C2C 2020. What year are we in? 2023. 2 years later, it's still happening, and they played the Indigo. Like unreal. Um, Obviously, people showed up. Jake O'Neill's set in the town square on Saturday night. I was worried. G was hearing it all from me that I was worried I might not be able to get in because I didn't have a ticket for Saturday night at this point. Managed to get in there, but so glad I did because it felt like a moment, and that place was packed too.
Yeah. It's always hard with those ones. I know Pit Marsh felt it as well on Sunday because you're fighting against the arena at that time.
Mm,
The arena's open. There's like big names starting to play, so you're asking people to choose you over like a well-known artist. But
mm,
people were making that choice to come and see Jake, to go and see Pip, and
yeah,
support those smaller artists because it's a good time.
it's a good time. It's a good time to be a UK country fan.
I do have a disappointment from the weekend.
Oh, sorry, I didn't ask you. Go on, you crack on. I'll sit back.
But you weren't there on the Friday, so it's hard to kind of get
Yes.
another opinion on it. But Tucker Wetmore,
Oh, okay.
okay, no, not gonna slag him off. I really, really like Tucker Wetmore, love his music. Play it on my show as much as I can. I was really, really, really excited for 321,
Yeah.
and it just didn't hit. I don't know why. He started strong, he finished strong, but 321, I don't know whether I put too much pressure on it or like had unfair expectations of it. I don't know, but it just didn't land
Okay.
for me.
Okay, interesting. To be fair, I didn't know you were going to pick that song out, to be fair, but that's fine. But maybe, okay, I'm not going to make excuses for him, but maybe it's the new single.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he doesn't quite know how to perform it yet. Don't know.
Maybe he's still trying to emphasize.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was so gassed for that song, and then it was a bit like, oh, a bit lackluster.
A bit lackluster. I was
Yeah,
gutted I missed him actually.
but
Um,
like not No disrespect to him, it was a great show still. What was
Yeah.
interesting was to see Dylan Gossett as such a high bill for like his journey and where he's been. It's interesting to see him already so high on the C2C billing.
People love Dylan Gossett. Like
Yeah,
even people that I know outside of, this scene, everyone says to me two names, one being Zach Bryan, I roll, and two, Dylan Gossett.
yeah.
It's
Well, because
crazy.
he really traverses that singer-songwriter, like indie almost into country. So he's very, very accessible.
Yeah, exactly. On the outside of things, he very much is. But yeah, and again, people literally said like people I knew from just like school. Weird, I know, but like messaging me saying I'm going to see Dylan Gossett tonight at C2C. I'm like,
Why?
what? Since when? Yeah, since when do you like it? Do you know what I mean? It's strange,
Yeah.
but hey, look, these are the artists that we love, and they're bringing these people into country music, and
Yeah.
that's what matters.
Did you
Um,
see Lainey Wilson was presented with a someone did like a live painting at the show,
yes,
and
yes.
she is the first. Is she the first female or just first
I
artist
think first solo artist
to have
to
done the
play
side stages and then headline?
headline in the space of what, 6, 7 years?
What a woman.
What a woman. What a woman. It's incredible what she's done. And so not quickly because obviously, we talk about the whole 10-year town thing and
Mm.
she's been working at it for a very long time, but in the space of these last 4 or 5 years, she's really gone from like, okay, she's getting somewhere to Jesus, it's like happening like so quickly.
Yeah.
Um, but there we go. But let's wrap on C2C very quickly. What a weekend it was. And I was going to say to you, I said this to Charles as well, actually. What we're going to do is we're going to write down 10 names who essentially predictions for who you think will be playing C2C in 2026.
Okay.
So maybe on Sunday when we see each other, we're going to write 10 names, not tell each other, and I think we should swap those lists to each other. Actually, no, I've just said don't tell each other. Maybe we swap those lists, but we don't look at it for the next however long it's going to be till the announcement comes out, and then it almost be like C2C bingo when the announcement comes out and see how
You know
many
the
we win.
announcement doesn't come out until October.
That's fine, but it's fresh in the mind, mate. It's
I'm
fresh in
gonna
the
lose
mind.
that bit of paper.
Yeah, maybe we just WhatsApp it somewhere. But that's what I'm thinking because I've got some names in my head.
Oh my God, sorry to make it about me, but we haven't talked about my Wyatt Flores story.
Oh shoot! Yes, right. Okay, you need to tell me this because you know that there was a tattooist there, and I was gonna drag you over there and be like, right, are you doing this or what?
Yeah, but they weren't like it was their designs. You couldn't even
Oh,
you couldn't stray from what they had. But
oh,
but way to ruin my story. Cool.
oh, sorry. I'm sharp. You carry on.
No, so Matt knows I love Wyatt Flores almost as much as I love Muscadine Bloodline. Um, and in his song "Running Out of Time," there's a lyric. It was actually a Mark Twain quote that says, "Most people die at 27, get buried at 72," and I love the concept of not losing that time to settling and not being boring, but regretting stuff that you didn't do and remembering to be alive and live life to the fullest. And I wanted a tattoo of just those numbers, 27, 72. And I was going to get it done and then never got around to it. And then when I found out we were meeting Wyatt Flores, I was like, okay. So we finished the interview and I was like, right, this is my favorite song of yours. I love this line. It's so special to me and it just whatever. So I pitched it. And then I was like, would you please write down the numbers? And then I want to get it tattooed. Like I wanted to get it tattooed anyway, but if he could write the numbers, like that would be really cool. So he was like, normally I wouldn't do that, but he's like, if that's like super meaningful to you, then yeah, let's do it. So he wrote it down on the back of my interview questions, and I looked at it and I was like, why I hate to be fussy.
You did show me this, to be fair, and you're right.
Yeah, I was like the seven kind of looks like a two, kind of looks like 27, 22. And he was like, why? What numbers do you want? And I was like, 27. It's your line.
It's
Your
your song, mate.
song. He was like, oh, I thought we were just doing like a special number. And I was like, no, we just spoke about it like 2 seconds ago. He was like, oh no, right, got it. So then he did me a 2772, which I've got. So now I need to put my money where my mouth is and get it tattooed.
The only thing is you just put your money on some new Casanovas, so
Well, apparently I'm made of cash, so that was the original,
yes, yeah, 20.
and that's the new one.
Yeah, I like that. That's
I mean,
good.
Wyatt, I love you, but you've not got the neatest handwriting.
Hey, look, he sings the words he writes down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we love him, and we love him for even taking the time to do that. And
Yeah.
then he liked my story.
Ah, you're basically besties now. I feel jealous.
Besties,
I'm jealous. Maybe you want to replace him on this podcast with me on. Do you know what I mean?
listen, I love you, Matt, but if Wyatt's getting in, you are out.
As long as he can say, "Welcome to Chatter Hoochie, I'm Wyatt," then he's sorted. He's sorted. Right, let's delve into some other bits that happened this weekend because C2C, obviously, we've just spoken about it for the last however long. A huge advocate for country music here in the UK is, of course, Ed Sheeran. He was on stage, dragged up by Luke Combs in the O2 Arena 2, 3 years ago now. But Ed thought that whilst everyone was partying at the O2 in London, he'd fly across the pond the other way and have a little party. Oh, little thumbs up apparently.
Oh,
He'd
nice.
fly the other way and have a little party in Nashville. Have you seen this?
No, I've seen a little tiny clip, but
So, he took over Tootsie's on Broadway and just performed a little set. And he's there in his little pink cowboy hat performing to this packed crowd. It's just incredible. And he's clearly been there a while because he also spent the last week or whatever he's doing on what he called on Instagram when he dumped these photos. Obviously, we call it a dump. He called it a Nashville Dumpington, and performed at the Bluebird Cafe with the one and only
Mega
Megan Maroney.
Maroney.
We're just there, like shaking our heads, like, oh,
He did you see? Did I send you that TikTok where I was like, I can't work out whether this is real or not with Ed Sheeran's country song?
yeah, I think you did actually. I
I
think you
don't.
did, yeah. The photo was very deceiving.
Mm.
Wasn't good at all. But I think it could happen, and I don't know. I don't know. Two people are seen in a room together, and we think they're either hooking up or they're collabing. But maybe,
Well, I mean, what else are they going to be doing?
well,
It's
that's true.
Nashville.
True. I mean, but maybe Ed and Meg. That kind of works. Not in a dating way. Obviously, he's married, but like, yeah, obviously in a collab way.
Oh, in a collab way, obviously.
But there's a picture. Someone's like just taken a screenshot of Megan playing, but Ed is just watching and he's just gazing. And it's like I want someone to look at me the way Ed looks at Meg.
Yeah, fair.
But what a night! Can you imagine being at the Bluebird that night where Ed Sheeran's just casually there because why not? And Megan Maroney's just singing No Caller ID, like unreal.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
Nashville. That's Nashville for you. Another story we wanted to talk to you about. Obviously, Cody Johnson headlined the Sunday here in London, but it's just got to #1 on country radio. I'm Gonna Love You, his song with Carrie Underwood, which I know you want to say something about Carrie Underwood as well in a minute. But Travis Denning, the artist, if you don't know Travis Denning, he wrote this song. I didn't know this. I was learning new things today. He posted. He posted a photo of him and Cody, and in 2016, a picture um, of him and his friend called Kelly. I don't know who the Kelly is, but basically how they were going to need to stay up late to finish a song, and they put the lyrics, and the lyrics of the song is "I'm gonna love you," and that was in 2016, and here we are, 9 years later. The song is his, and it's got to #1 and Cody Johnson, Carrie Underwood have got it there. Like, just I feel like you don't really hear enough of those stories, and like what a moment that would be to kind of know that you've got a #1. As obviously he's an artist in his own right, but people don't realize that you can have a #1 as a songwriter as well.
Sorry, I was just scoffing a mini egg. I think it's like sometimes we forget that they don't always write all of their songs. Like I was interviewing someone over the weekend and I asked them about a song that was really like quite raw and vulnerable and how difficult was that to write, and they were like, I didn't write it. I
Mm,
was like, oh yeah, I forgot that there are literal songwriters that whose job it is to write songs. So I think sometimes you forget that there are more
yeah,
people involved.
yeah, it's
Um,
crazy. It's
yeah,
crazy.
very exciting for that song. And obviously Cody was there on Sunday. Do you know what as well? Cody's show, Kojo. I don't feel like you needed to know any of his songs to enjoy that show. He
For sure.
he put on a great show. Like I know quite a few Kojo songs, but I didn't know them all like line by line. And it was such a great night.
Yeah.
And his energy, his professionalism, it was a seamless performance. And then there was the song
What was the song?
with Carrie Underwood.
Oh yeah. Third of that one.
I just feel like so she obviously wasn't there, and everyone's like all day taking bets. Who's he going to bring out to sing this? Who's he going to bring out to sing this song? He didn't bring anyone out. There was just a video of Carrie Underwood on the screens, but it was just the way the video was. It was just like her, pretty much of the in this frame right now, just like head, shoulders, just directly to the camera singing. It was like she died. And I was stood with like Maxim and Ross from Hollow, and I was like, we were like, what? Why does it feel like Carrie Underwood has died? And this is like some kind of tribute. And then when the song finished, she just like
Fizzled out.
faded away and was a bit like, R.I.P. Like, I don't know. It was just a bit weird.
Hey, we love a show, right? That's what it's all about. And if there's not something to talk about, then it's not been good enough. And it was a good show. It was a
It
good
was a
show, but
great
well, yeah,
show.
it was interesting, I have to say. Big energy. Glad I saw a Kojo show. I'm glad
Yeah.
that, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel that was a moment, and I feel like it's one that people are going to remember for
Yeah.
a while.
Kelsey Ballerini's extended album. How much have you been rinsing it?
Do you know what? I haven't actually been rinsing it that much.
Fake fan?
Yeah, I've been busy, mate. Mate, I've been busy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been busy. I do like future tripping. I think it's just a bob. Cheryl keeps telling me that it looks like she's like possessed on the front cover, like when she's just like floating in midair.
Yeah, the front cover, because I saw like it was I saw it come out and I was going, oh, because came out on Friday and I was going to the radio station. So it was super early. So I just like put it on in the car on the way. And I was like doing my driving. I kept like looking over to the Apple CarPlay and I was like, what is that picture of? Like, what? Yeah, it's not like it's an interesting choice.
It is an interesting choice. It's interesting, but hey, I'm not complaining. I never will complain about my old Kels.
But
Um,
I've gone back to loving that album. Um, and Wait. I'm really into Wait as well.
wait.
Love that one. But
Yeah.
yes, some great tracks on that. And then Carly Pearce has uh released her extended version of
Yes.
Hummingbird. No
I
Rain,
need
No
to
Flowers.
listen to that as well. No rain, no flowers, isn't it? Is that one song, or is she named that
That's what she's named the deluxe version.
the deluxe? That's what I thought. Yeah.
But a song came on today actually, which I thought was very good. And I don't know if it's off the original album or the new
It's
one because I didn't listen to the original album.
notoriously.
If Looks Could Kill, is that off the
Yeah,
original?
that's the new one.
That's the new one. That was really good. I had it on the car.
Right. Should we head into the Have I Got More Country News for You? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat another mini egg.
You eat another mini egg, you enjoy that, soften the throat because it's game time, people. What? That's
Mia,
medical.
Mia,
That's
come
medical.
on. Back me up here. You can't
That's
say that.
medical. That's medical advice.
Soften the throat.
Oh no, she's put something in the chat. Right. Okay.
Dying. Yeah.
What's wrong with soften the throat?
Okay,
Okay, soothe the throat. That'd be
thank you.
better.
That'll do.
Okay, so let's soothe the throat now. Um,
Mi- Mia's producing from London in a restaurant because she's still down there. She's going to see Tucker Wetmore tomorrow, the jammy little bugger. So now she's just sat in public laughing because
in a
Matt said, soften the throat.
mate, I'm tired and it's been long and soothe the throat is what I meant to say. It's time for Have I Got Some More Country News for You? I think that's what it's called. We are back. It's round 3. Currently, we're actually level at the moment, but after this go, it will now be 3 rounds each done. So basically, I'm going to be losing. Um,
I don't know,
but
man. I'm holding on by a teeny tiny thread today. So,
we've got 4 questions for you, G, and I tell you what, maybe this is going to be good that maybe you're not quite on it. Maybe
yeah,
I
maybe
could
this
you can
could
help
work
me.
out in your favor.
Okay. 4 questions, all about stuff that's happened in the last week or so. So, question number 1. Dirks Bentley
Uh-oh.
was presented with a West Ham United football shirt at C2C. But what number did it have on the back?
I don't know, but I'm gonna guess something along the lines of 5150.
It was number 7.
Why is it number 7?
I don't know.
They should have put number 5150 on the back.
It was Bentley number 7, to be fair.
I still think 5150 would have been better.
Maybe he wanted number 7. Maybe he thought he was like David Beckham or something. I don't know.
5150, somebody call the po-po.
I mean, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? But
Yeah. Right,
okay, question number 2. First one's got wrong. That's good. Lainey Wilson, Jordan Davis, and who won the first UK Country Radio Airplay Chart Awards last weekend?
Oh shit, you sent this to me as well.
It's literally in your inbox, but maybe don't look at that.
Ashley Cook.
It was Dasher.
Oh.
Question number 3. Who did Kelsey Ballerini invite as guest coaches on The Voice US?
I have no idea.
It was Little Big Town.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
God, this isn't going very well.
It's 0 from 3, but maybe, okay. Last one. Blake Shelton announced his new album will be called.
Fuck.
It's not called that, no.
I can see the press release in my inbox.
Orange. I'm giving you clues there. To be fair, it was orange. It was orange. You need to see he posted like literally an orange square.
Yeah, an orange square.
I should have been a bit nicer to you, shouldn't I? Really.
I don't know. Has it got something about Tennessee on it? I can't remember.
Producer Mia says it's the title of an album that if you don't know, you're never going to get it.
Great. Wait, has it got the word ain't in it? Like ain't no time.
No.
Okay, what's it?
No. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I give up.
For recreational use only.
Oh, I did know that. Well, no, I obviously didn't know that, but I do remember it now.
There we go. And
Wow,
that
big
is,
fat 0.
I mean, great news for me. I kind of feel bad that I don't know that you're not 100%.
I'm not
But
100%. And to be honest, if it hasn't been C2C, I have not been paying attention.
that's so true. That's so true. So maybe I don't know. Well, hey, look, it's round 3. We're both level, and it means that it's a level playing field now. It's game on. It's
Okay.
game on. Shall we finish it there?
Yeah.
No.
The end. Goodbye.
Well, thank you for listening this week. We are gonna recover, I think. G is definitely gonna recover, and we are gonna be back very soon because there's lots more to tell you about here on Chatter Hoochee.
And I'm going to go and put my boots on
I don't know if you should.
because I have to wear them now every single day.
Yeah. Are you gonna wear them on Sunday?
Maybe.
Maybe you should.
Maybe we should.
We could do a whole TikTok thing of you like using them, a proof to our listeners, our one listener.
4. We've got 4 listeners.
4. Sorry, at least 4. Sorry, I forgot about at least 4.
You have been listening to Chatter Hoochee, a 65 country podcast.
Remember to like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And we are now on TikTok at Chatter Hoochee.